Hey guys, good morning. It is February 24th, 2022, and today we're finishing up Genesis chapter 15. So it's Genesis chapter 15, verse 17, through Genesis chapter 15, verse 21. And I say all the time, these verses are important, but this shows us something special. So I'm going to start in Genesis chapter 15, verse 17. After the sun went down and the darkness fell, Abram saw a smoking firepot and a flaming torch pass between the halves of the carcasses. So the Lord made a covenant with Abram that day and said, I have given this land to your descendants, all the way from the border of Egypt to the great Euphrates River, the land now occupied by the Canaanites, Kezanites, Kadamites, Hittites, Perizzites, Rappites, Amorites, Canaanites, Geragites, and Jebusites. Yay, again, a lot of names that I butchered. I'll admit it. But we see in the first few verses of this passage that Abram saw a flaming torch and a fire pot walk through the carcasses. Now remember, cutting the carcasses in half and then walking through it is making a permanent covenant with the person that you're involved with, so both parties should walk through. But Abram didn't. Only God did. And that's because Abram and his descendants would not be able to keep the covenant with God. They would sin, they'd turn away from God, but God is saying he will never turn from them. He may place judgment. He may, he may do that, but he'll always be faithful. If you come to God, he will be faithful to you. And we see God is saying specifically now, I'm giving you this land to this border to this border. But he doesn't hide the fact that Abram's descendants are going to have to go up against and get rid of these people that are in Canaan right now. And it's sometimes God makes us a promise, but there's things we have to do, battles we have to face before we can get that promise. We have to be able to rely on God in those moments and say, Lord, I don't know how to do this. I can't accomplish it. I need you to. And he specifically points it out. Just like he will specifically point it out to us, maybe not step by step, but he may say, okay, you need to do this. You're going to go up against this, but you'll be all right. God makes this covenant with Abram. God promises in this covenant that he will always be faithful, but that also he has Abram's descendants have things to go up against. And Jesus never tells us that our lives are not going to be filled with trials and tribulations. But he does say, I am faithful, so you need to rely on me. So here's my question for you. What is God's promise to you? And what do you have to go up against? And where can you rely on God? I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you see Jesus in all you do, and I hope you see God's promise all around you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.